So we are back again. It's Sunday's episodes that we started from last Sunday, and this is about the next curve, right? But today I ask you all a very important question, a question that I've been asking myself of late a lot, and I've seen the magic unfold, right? What if the best years of your life are not behind you, but ahead of you? This is the question that I've asked myself, and trust me, that's changed my life, right? That's why today's episode is called Why Growing Older Changed My Life. So, welcome to this episode 2 of The Next Curve on the Salma Musa Talks YouTube channel. If you've already not subscribed, please do so. And remember that that channel is literally my 30 plus years of gig unfolding on one place. And I've just not been consistent on it. I've just been on and off. But this time I want to make sure that I'm consistent on it. And the best part about it is I have people there as my viewers or followers are people who everyone I know about them. They're connected with me. They're just not a name on the list. So if you want to connect with me, with these series, with this community, subscribe and also join the community, but we'll talk about it later on. So let's come back to the topic. Why growing older changed my life. And that is what brought me to this question, right? That the best years of my life are not behind me, they're actually ahead of me. Because for years, I've been counting age as a countdown, right? Like I literally have been saying, counting down my age as a number. But today, I look at it as a curve, a new chapter, a new version of myself. And that is why, along with very few other very interesting people, and you'll know about them as they come on these series, and we talk with them, and you're going to be very excited to hear their journeys. But with them, we decided to launch the next curve. So today, this Sunday morning, I want to talk to you about something which I just told you, right? That the best years are ahead of us. Now, let me just tell you this very different two people that I see myself as the old Salma and this new Salma, right? The younger Salma literally chased success. I was that, and if I'm sure many of you, especially from my LinkedIn, know me from those times, right? I chased success. Like anything I took up, I wanted it to be this great, grand success. Built businesses, raised my own children, fought battles, solved everyone's problem. Like the world's problem was my problem, right? And I'm sure you know if you've met me even once, then you'd know this that what I'm saying is not just a statement for a video. Literally, right? I made everyone's my problem. But somewhere along the way, she forgot herself, completely forgot herself. And that is what brought this turnaround, right? But then, having said that, today I protect my peace, I choose my health, I value my energy, and I love myself first. Absolutely. You do not have to hesitate to say this that I love myself first. Growing older did not make me weaker, it made me clearer. Yes, there have been people who played a big role in this, but biggest credit and the most important credit I give is to myself because I asked those questions to myself. I asked the universe to bring the right people to me when I needed them the most, and the universe delivered, right? So, what has age taught me about health? Let's talk about that, right? First of all, please go about and pick up my book, Fat to Fit. You literally know what I'm going to tell you, or we're going to speak in this next 5 minutes. You'll read it in those pages, right? Like it's a journey unfolded, and completely from 110 kilos with menopause and with just pure walking. And today I say that it was not chasing perfection, but when I started, it was survival mode. In fact, my fitness tracker said the last lap. The tracker was named as last lap. I had shared that, in fact, in the book, at the last page, if you just use the QR code and scan, it'll take you to a drive which is called as SM Last Lap. It was actually called that. Now I've changed it to healthy living, right? But from there, the lessons that I took is health is not just weight. Health is energy. Health is sleep. Health is mobility, just walking. Like today morning from 4 o'clock, I've done everything about movement, right? I've walked beautifully before the sunrise. Then I've done a bit of running. And then I've literally danced in the gym. I've lifted, weights. I've done my stretches. There's so much of mobility. And then health is emotional balance. This is what the lessons, all these are the lessons that I took. But the most important quote that I carry with myself is I stopped trying to lose weight. I started trying to gain life. And this took a long time for me. In fact, I can very easily say that this took me 5 years after my starting the journey. Even in that book, I don't cover this quote because it came to me very recently, a recent visit to my soul space, digging into myself, asking these questions. It kind of hit me, right? And I'm living by it, and I want to share this with you. So let's ask the next thing, right? What has age taught me about relationships? Let's go, cut this into smaller pieces. You know what? The most important thing is we spend decades trying to please everyone, especially people like me. If any of you are extroverts and people pleasing people, yes, I tell you, there's something similar to me. People who love giving, people who love seeing people around them happy, loved ones and friends and everyone. You spend your life just pleasing everyone, parents, partners, children, society. And then one day, and I have no clue when it's going to come for you, but it did for me. Nobody should stand above you in your own life. That's what you'll really realize. One day it'll hit you that above your own life, there is nobody. You should not put anybody. The biggest relationship shift that happened to me, and actually that went to help build healthy relationship with my own loved ones, right? That was what brought about that my own life is more precious than anyone around. And frankly, I'd be doing a favor to my loved ones by taking care of myself, right? And then what did age teach me about success? In fact, there are two things. What is one, age? But actually, I would be lying to you if I just say that age taught me this thing completely. Frankly, I don't think so. With age, I came in contact. And in this journey, I met with Cherian Kurovilla, my coach CK, right? And in one of his session, he said, success is a feeling, right? But before I met with him, earlier it was, success meant money, titles, recognitions. I remember one of the posts I had put in Facebook where I was traveling and in an airport, somebody came and recognized me saying, hey, Salma, you're the mentor in startups and we know you, we've read about you. And it felt so great. I felt like, I'd achieved something, some titles, right? But today, actually, today, thanks to that one moment of that coaching moment where CK brought to my notice that success is a feeling, and I took that and I ran with it. I kind of got into my thoughts. I wrote notes. I wrote journals. I read about it. I asked questions to myself, and today, success means peace, health, freedom, purpose, simple authenticity. Like yesterday, I did a podcast for a friend of mine. We'll be sharing the link very soon. It was authentic talk, humility and absolute peace and happiness, right? That's success. So the older I get, the less interested I am in impressing people and more interested I am in inspiring them. That's such a huge difference because for a very long time, many of you have seen me conduct events, stand on these big stages, talk to people, take decisions in my life, my professional and personal life, purely to impress people. But today, at this point of my time, I am interested in inspiring people, not impressing them. And that's the big change age and the people in this journey have brought to me as I move forward. And then, why the next curve, exists? Let's ask this. Why did I start the next curve? One, for starters, I'd be absolutely doing wrong if I take the credit of the next curve to myself. No, it's purely the set of people who came along. Hari Bhaskaran, Cherin Kurovilla, and Dr. Dharani. These three people, you're going to meet them soon. I wish that it happened sooner than, I wish, but frankly, I really want them to come on these series, on these events, and they will. It's just that the times have not been matching. But these three people, along with aligning with my own mindset, how it was evolving, it's like that right time, right place, right? They all came together, and four of us, we started talking about having a community, having a series of conversations which talks about aging in the right manner, right? And we were talking about names, and the first thing that came to our mind is a curve, right? We all look at different curves in our different milestones. It's not about only if you're like 50 plus or 60 plus or 70 plus, you're part of the community. Every point in your life, it's a curve that you have to take. Why not make your next big curve the most important one in your life? So that's the community that we've started. And these series are building into two pathways. One is to the YouTube channel. Right now, we're streaming these editions only in my YouTube channel, but very soon we'd also be doing in Cherin Kurovilla's channel and even other channels which we would have as in the community. But the key is this community. We've launched it on meetup.com. I will share the link along with this video on the brief. Please do subscribe, join in the community, become a part of it, and let's talk about better health, better longevity, better emotional well-being, better conversations, and better quality of life. In the end, that's all it matters, right? Growing older, living better, and becoming more. So that's my quick addition today. But the most important thing I wanted to talk today is if you could redesign your next 10 years of your life, what is the one thing you would start doing today? This is something that I wanted to talk for a little bit longer today. Because you know what? I've been in this journey. I'm going to turn, like in the next 50 days, I'm going to become 56 years, right? And I've asked this question almost every year on my birthday, saying, okay, what is that one thing that I'm going to change this year? And what is it that I'm going to start today? So, to all of you, I don't know who's got, the universe has a message for you. So, I don't know who over here is going to come over to this video, listen to this, listen through this, and reach this point where I'm asking you this question. What is that one thing that you want to start right now, right today, that will redesign your next 10 years? So, I'm going to tell you this, right? What am I going to do today? So, though my book tells a lot about my struggles with my food relationship and my relationship with food and how I've been trying to overcome, there are still these high days and low days. And off late, after meeting with these amazing three people, it's also become much more better when I'm not obsessed with if I'm overeating or if I've lost my battle with food or anything. And it's been much better. But today, because I'm sharing this moment with all of you, I promise to make sure that now that I have a healthy relationship with my food, decide to eat only when my body needs it, to fuel my body, not to, comfort my emotions or, help my hormones or just because I'm bored. No. Now, that is the thing that I do. From today, as I speak to you, I'm going to make food the fuel for my body and have only that much and only when it requires it. So, like this, very small, tiny things in your life, what are you doing? So, let's do this. Let's have more of these conversations. Let's have more of these discussions. Let's take these small, tiny steps towards making our next 10 years and life further much more healthy, much more peaceful, and much more beautiful. What do you say? You know what? In the end, I know if I post this video on LinkedIn, all of us are business, and you say, okay, if this is a business forum, your mind is tuned for work and career and profession. But why not? Why not have a better, more stronger, more clearer career and your health and yourself as you move forward? Why not use these things for your professional growth as well? Because I did that. I actually did that, right? When I started my fitness journey, I literally thought it was only my weight. In that Fat to Fit, if you see the first couple of chapters, I only talk about my weight. I'm like, I've lost so much, I gained so much. This is what was happening. My scale wasn't, one of the chapters says the scale is not moving. So if you see that, that was all I was, right? I was always thinking about the weight loss, in fact, of, my body, physical weight, right? But then as I went on, a lot of things changed for me, my mental state, my emotional, intelligence, in fact, to the point of controlling my emotions. But these changes helped me professionally, helped me to become a better mentor, helped me to get clarity on where I was heading. Today, whatever I do because it is something that I love from the bottom of my heart, that I enjoy doing. And I know that if I love it so much, going further, that's what is going to make it so much more valuable for people associated with it. Because it's given to you with love. It's given to you from straight from my heart, from the things that I know I can give value in. And that's what is about you. Today, when we talk about entrepreneurship, business, and creating value for customers, what do we say? If you're going to get down to just giving value in the form of some application, even that, right, tech or non-tech or anything, if you're not passionate about it, if you're not driven to keep increasing the value that you give to your end customers, it's just a matter of time that it's going to die out, right? I can take zillion number of examples of startups and entrepreneurs and businesses that I've worked with that have not evolved or that have not worked on increasing the value that they're giving, building that stronger relationship with their end customers that has not gone much, right? But on the other hand, I can take hundreds and thousands of examples who have evolved, who have learned, who have become greater in what they are. And greatness begins from within you. Greatness begins from within you. If you, as a founder, as a leader, is able to do good for yourself, if you're going to stand tall, and I do not mean to be like a robot where you're never slipping, when you're not doing something wrong, it's okay. We're all humans. Be gentle to yourself. I've been taught that in a very, very, very hard way. Yeah, my coach had to literally, keep drilling that into me, that be gentle to myself for my slips. So here I am today asking the same to all of you. Be gentle to yourself. But what I mean to say is let's build and redesign our next 10 years in a much more beautiful way. Let it be personally or professionally. That is what it is. And I leave you with one sentence. Try to keep it with you, write it down, save it with you, and build on it. Age doesn't take away our possibilities, it reveals which possibilities truly matter. I'll repeat this to you because I know this is so precious for me. When this hit me, I felt so blessed and so grateful to the universe for bringing this message to me and bringing the kind of people around me for building this community. Age doesn't take away our possibilities. It reveals which possibility truly matters for us. So, with that sentence, I leave you for this weekend. Have a lovely Sunday and go to have a productive, beautifully designed, and an amazing, happy year week ahead. And don't remember to join the Next Curve community. There's so much more coming. Thank you.